Hello everybody, this is set review 71861, Old Town. We are gonna look at the side builds first, and then we're going to look at the minifigures, then we're gonna look at the references. And then we're gonna look at the main build, and then the minifigures over here. And over here we have Chuck's Carpenter Shop, which looks really cool. There's a cup of tea or something right there. It's a pretty cool side build. I like the way the roof is designed using these armor parts, or like the windshield parts. And over here is the first Spinjitzu Master Shrine with all 4 golden weapons, which looks really cool. I added the brown staff because I thought it would look nice. And over here is Mistaki's tea shop. I really like it. I like the red hanging lanterns and the tea. Also, these can close. And over here, we are going to look at the minifigures. First, we're going to look at... Is this one Crux or Chronix? We're going to look at one of the Time Twins. They look really cool. I like their transparent studs on their hands to represent their time powers. And over here is the second Time Twin, which looks really cool. I really like the transparent studs. We don't really get that a lot, and it's nice seeing that we do get it. And same with the first Time Twin, they look really cool. And over here we have one of the Time Twins' alter ego, Dr. Saunders. I like the minifigure, he looks really nice. I'll probably look at these more in depth in a YouTube short. Over here we have Zane's father, Dr. Julian. He looks really cool, I like it. And over here we have Lord Garmadon. This time he has 2 arms instead of having the 4 arms like we saw in the last Legacy wave. And they went back to the gunmetal gray helmets like back in 2012. I like the destruction studs on his hands. They look really cool. I like how they kind of went back to the original detailing. And over here we have Master Wu. He looks pretty cool. I mean, like, we've seen this version of Wu before, but And here is Chuck the Carpenter from Day of the Departed. He was one of the ghost students. So my theory is Master Wu went to him with the blueprints for his ride before he got the ninja. And Chuck was still alive. And here we have the mailman, who is awesome. I like the little tuba thingy on his shirt. I just like the mailman. He's cool. And here is the first ever Faith minifigure we've ever gotten. You could say her design on her minifigure is quite faithful to the show. And here is the crystallized Harumi. I mean, Harumi's okay, but there's better villains. And on the back of her head is the Kabuki mask. And Kai is definitely one of my favorite Legacy ninjas. And they brought back their old symbols, if you can see inside their ZX armor. Jay didn't come with his ZX armor, so I just took one off the other golden minifigures I had. He looks really cool. I like that they brought back the old symbols. But I think they should have made his arm gold or his armor silver to go with his arm. And here's Nia. If you look at the little phoenix design, if this camera will focus on that, it's more watery because she's the water ninja. But back then in 2011 when she had this design, it was more fiery because she was Kai's sister. Lloyd is very cool. I like this way more than his original because it makes sense because he was going to be the Golden Master in the next season. And, no wait, not Golden Master, Golden Ninja. And over here is Cole, who looks pretty cool. This is definitely one of my favorite ZX designs. And those are all the minifigures. And over here are all the references. First, let's start with one of my favorites. It's the original Bounty from 2012, which looks really cool. I like when we get Lego sets in minifigure scale. And here is the Twitchy Tim thing, which looks really nice. I like it. And over here is the movie Bounty. I like that we're getting references to the movie. I don't know, the movie was pretty good. And over here is the Green Ninja Scroll. I really like that we finally got this in a Lego set. And we also have some more scrolls. The Temple of Light, Dragon Form, Day of the Departed, and of course we saw the Sensei Wu's ride. We also got the Scroll of Forbidden Spinjitzu. I'm going to assume that this is the City of Styx. And this is definitely the blacksmith shop. And here is the book from Season 1 that Wu read to Lloyd. Here's the Shintaru Mountains. And the story of the Forbidden Five. And here is one of the Ninjago cards and a Playbox edition of Prime Empire, as well as the Meteor from Season 2 and the Prime Empire hard drive, as well as the Wanted poster from Dragon's Rising, another Spinjitzu card, that mirror from Crystallize, and the Wojira mural, which looks really cool. And now, let's look at the big build over here. And, okay, one of my favorite things of the set is the crane. You can lower and rise. Just swing around. And over here is the mail post office. I took all the references parts out. But not a lot of parts in here are exclusive. There's a bunch of mail letters everywhere, you know, because it's a mail office, post office. And here's a water cooler, little cup to drink water. And here is a pretty cool reference. If I press on this statue pretty cool play feature. If I press on this, that blows up. Oh, I forgot about the agent from Dragon's Rising as well. Guess they're just forgetful. And over here is Faith's blacksmith shop, I guess. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. If you look inside, you can see some stuff in there, like mechanical stuff. And up here, I think the sign just says Old Town. And yeah. And over here is just a really cool zip line. I'm just using this minifigure I got at the minifigure factory as like a demonstration. It looks pretty cool. And over here is just a tree. Just a pink tree. I think that might be a reference to Tournament of Elements. But if we look over here, we will see Moro's kite, which is pretty cool. We don't really get a lot of possession references. And under those stairs, is a skeleton head on a green circle with long hair, which is obviously a reference to when they found Moro's body. And over here is like a little lookout balcony, which looks very nice. And up here, I really like this. This is like a little apartment up here with some writing stuff. And in here is Dr. Saunders' like apartment, which is pretty cool. Pretty small though for a Time Lord. And I will fix that later. And in this thing is just a little spider guy. Can't really see him, it's dark in there. Oh, I forgot about one of my favorite references right here. It's the Zayn is Alive poster from Tournament. I really like it. And, yeah, there's just some cool stuff, like a frog. You know, frogs. Cool. Oh my god. And if you hear that barking in the distance, that is my neighbor's dogs, again. And in here, I think this is just, like, a little space, I guess. Yeah, and this is really cool. I really like this set. The zipline is definitely one of my favorites. I love ziplines. And finally, for the final thing, we have the 15th year thing. This is going to be a spoiler if you don't want to see the face of the first Spinjitzu Master. Just skip to the end, I guess. First, we're going to be looking at Young Woo, who's pretty accurate to the show. I love it. He's so cool, and I like that we finally got a staff in his color, which looks so cool. And on the back of his head is just an angry face, I guess. And over here for Young Garmadon, he's pretty cool. I like that we're getting studs to represent their power. He's got, like, the red eyes because he got bitten by the Great Devourer. I like the red dragon